What is going on, people? What is up? What's up? What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? All that good stuff. Hey, 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 hey. All that good stuff. We are back for another panel discussion of Tyler Perry's Ruthless. Let me bring my people up. Let me start with this young lady, this beautiful young lady right here. Hey now.
Hey there, what's good, everybody? It is your girl Tika Deshawn, your home team, your all things ruthless, your ruthless lover, your ruthless addict. Okay, did I do too much? It's okay, you'll be all right. I just want to thank y'all for coming on in here. We about to enjoy this ruthless conversation. Thank you once again, El Teddy, for having you, girl. Okay, all right, that's it, y'all. We're gonna get
Listen,
this thing started.
you my girl. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Oh, and I bought my specialty cocktail this time. It's a Ruthie, baby. It's a Ruthie.
I got my cocktail over here too. Let me sip on some of this. Mm.
Period.
Oh yeah.
That part.
So I guess we got to bring this other guy on. I guess we got to bring
Yeah,
him
no,
on.
we could bring him on in.
We'll bring him on there. All right. Well, we'll bring on Jeff.
What's up, everybody? And what's up,
Hey
my
there,
Facebook
sir.
group?
How
Y'all
are
ready to
you?
get started?
Hey, hey, everybody in the chat. If you are watching the replay, you can always come over to the channel on Saturdays at 6 p.m. and join the chat. We do read the comments. Hey, Teresa Beeson, thank you for being here. Hey, L Love. Hey, my love. And y'all can always come in, join the conversation, join the chat, and be a part of, all things Ruthless as we do these Saturday panels. We got 22 episodes from what I understand. That's how many episodes? Jesus. Hey, Miss Sharon. So that means that we have, what, 17 more? That's 17 more weeks. It's a long time. That's going to take us into the summer.
But you know
Um,
they're gonna give us that mid season break, and then
mhm.
they'll bring us back.
Also, I know they already finished season 4. They have completed filming season 4. So we know, regardless as to what happens, we know there's a season 4 coming.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what twists and turns Tyler take us here. So what's going on, y'all? This is episode 7. It was entitled The Strangers. And I've seen some people say that they didn't care for this episode, that it was boring to me. I liked the episode. I thought that we got a lot of information that is going to help us, navigate through some of the murky and muddy waters of Ruthless. But yeah, I liked a lot of this episode. Yeah. So we'll get down to it. So, well, let me ask you that before we get started. Let me ask the two people with all of the followers and people in their respective groups. How did your respective groups react to this episode? What was the temperature of the group with regard to the episode? We'll start with you, Tika.
My group seemed to enjoy the episode. The biggest most hilarious moment that they had was River yelling, "Fuck them kids."
Yeah, fuck them kids
So,
was the biggest part of the episode.
so
Girl, fuck them kids.
pretty much. I didn't. Maybe one or two people had, oh, they shouldn't have aired this or whatever. But for the most part, everybody else seemed to love the episode.
Girl, fuck them kids. Hey, wait a minute. He got a little bass in his voice on that. He dug down deep for that fuck them kids. I was like, River, I didn't know you had that in you.
River tired of getting
I don't
slam
think he's
bam,
tired
bam,
of it. I think
bam.
River's
That's what's
tired of
wrong with
life.
River. River just fed up.
We'll get there, but I think River, we saw a part of River enjoying what he had going on with the Hyas. We'll get there when we get to that part. Jeff, how did your group react to the episode?
Oh, same thing. A lot of members thought it was boring, I think, but then again, that was a lot of new members. So a lot of new people that's binge watching it, they're looking for things that they hear, like nudity or shocking moments. People that's really into the series are not looking for those one-off moments. You just enjoy the show as it comes. So I think new members are looking for more of a shock moment, so that's why it probably bored them. But people that's watched it from day one, we can appreciate it.
Okay. It was funny, Miss Sherry. It was. All right, so we start off where we left off in episode 6. We at the pavilion. Daikon and Andrew is at the pavilion. Manny brings Lynn and Andrew. I mean Lynn and Malcolm, excuse me. And Lynn says, "Yeah, my friend is here." And Malcolm just introduces himself as Lynn's boyfriend and everything. We had that whole thing came up. Lynn was being all loopy and all just weird, and Daikon came straight out. Are you high? Bitches, you high? Are we okay over here? Because I need to know what's going on. Are you high? Because you seem a little off. And then, but Daikon at first said he got to go. Lynn said, "You can stay." He got to go. And then after a while, he kind of acquiesces and says, "Okay, he can stay. You know what? A friend of hers is a friend of mine. Let's do this. You can stay. Make yourself at home." And then, and the other thing I wanted to say before I let y'all go on this scene was they never mentioned Andrew's name. Malcolm says, he was like, "Andrew," and I was like, wait a minute, they never said Andrew's name. You could have just gave that man up, and you know what I'm saying, let them know, like you could be fucking up the rotation, bro. Like, what are you doing? So that's what scene we start off with. Let's talk about that scene.
You want me to?
Anybody? I just jump in.
All right. Well, yeah, Malcolm excuse me. I forgot to say what I want over here. Malcolm messed up. However,
so we cut over here. We here for all the
thing
customers,
about
all
it,
of everything.
he was given so many opportunities to get the heck off the Rockadusha compound, but because he wanted to mess with Andrew so badly, in his, in Malcolm's mind, I think he's trying to help, but he's going about it the wrong way. Now, yes, he was there to mess with Andrew, but he also has some other intentions. But it's going to end up in the world of hurt. That's all I can say.
But my thing about it is this: in order for you, even if he says, "I'm going here to get intel," or "I'm going here to do whatever," you can't just show up at a place without having research or background information or knowing exactly what's going on, because you could be stepping into a hornet's nest, which is what is happening right now. He has no idea what's going down here. So him, even if he believed in his head he was going there to really do some research, to help out with this case, bro, you don't even know what's going on. Like, you ain't even brought up to speed with what the fuck these people got going on.
And so, Maggie has no idea that he's
right, and so that means there's nobody there to save you if something goes wrong. Jeff, what you thought about this thing?
I mean, in the scene, yeah, Malcolm probably went there for silly reasons, but I'm gonna blame Andrew again, because there was a moment where they walked off together. Andrew really gave no vital information. He said they're gonna mess with those kids. That's the most he said. But other than that, he didn't say, "We have Agent Brian here. His fingers are being cut off. He could bleed to death right now." He didn't mention. He was more concerned if Mac knows you're here. Who cares? He was worried about if you're fucking Lynn. Who freaking cares about that? You know what I mean? So he really didn't give the vital information that he could have gave to Malcolm. So he's really sketchy right now. He didn't get any good information.
You know what? I can't
you can't justify it. They were.
I can't justify that. Let me justify it.
You can.
I can. Here's my justification. First of all, when Malcolm shows up there, and he realized that Malcolm was lying by saying Mac was there. Okay. And he knew at this point full well this clown could blow up everything. This clown is a loose cannon. He's not sent here by Mac. He's not sent here by anybody. He's just nilly-willy deciding that I'm his target and he's going to take it out on me. And that could cost his life, my life, Brian, that could cause even more damage. So I'm definitely not going to give this young man any more information that he could use and turn around and blow up this whole thing.
But what is he gonna do with the information by saying don't eat the food? You're gonna pass out and possibly die and get cut up. What information could Malcolm use against them at this point? He's already there. He's there.
The one thing Andrew could have said to Malcolm is that, do you know that Sarah is dead? Do you know they had Sarah dead? I feel like that in itself would have been a turning point for Malcolm's thinking. Oh, now I really need to get these Rakadushi, but I need to get out of here first.
Yeah.
But
Sarah,
like
he don't give a shit about Sarah.
Andrew revealed nothing though. All he said was get off the compound, get off the compound. That's it.
That's what I'm saying, El Teddy. You're not registering what we trying to say. That was just one of many things he could have said. He literally said nothing, and this was in private. Even if you want to believe that he was there, which we know just to be a jackass, the information was not going to make it worse. It couldn't make it worse.
Here's the thing about it. To me, there was nothing that Andrew could have said to Malcolm that would have made Malcolm leave. Nothing.
If he had said what I said about Sarah, because think about it, look how he talks to Cynthia, look how he talks to Lynn, but then look how he talks to Sarah. He talks to Sarah as if she's like the best thing he's ever had, the most love he's ever had out of a woman. He actually loved that one particular person. So if Andrew had have said even just mention her name.
Oh, I see Jeanette in the background. If you're ready, put a thumbs up, ma'am, if you're ready in the background. So I just feel like this. To me, how I would have handled, or I would have looked at it, if it were me, I would have handled it like Andrew. You wouldn't have got nothing out of me. Because at this point, you're a loose ass cannon. I don't know what you're going to do, how you're going to react. And my thing about it is, at this point, knowing that you are here unauthorized and everything, let them do whatever the fuck they want to do to you. If you, I done told you enough. He gave him the information saying they gonna kill kids. If him telling him that they gonna kill these kids was not enough to get him to leave, it doesn't matter what he would have said. He would have stayed there anyway, but people weren't trying to hear nothing that Andrew got said. That was the whole reason that he gave him that little bit of information about the kids. He could have told him the whole thing and still would have stayed there.
Andrew is sketchy. He is sketchy, okay? You can cover it up as much as you want. We don't know what would have happened because he's never said anything. He didn't crack his mouth. He barely said anything about the kids that was eye-opening. That's bull. It's bull. No.
Then he would kill the kids.
Okay, I'm pretty sure people had an idea what was going on with the kids being kidnapped. So people had an idea of kids.
Malcolm didn't know anything. Malcolm doesn't even know what's going on with this case.
So why didn't he tell him then? Why didn't he tell him? I mean,
because like you said, he did what you wanted him to do. Remember, you said give him something that'll make him want to leave or make him want to stand down. He did, and he still ain't staying down. He still didn't want to leave.
That wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Not for me.
It
needed to be something that hit him directly. I feel like it needed to be something that would hit him directly to make him, like I said, all it took was for him to say something about Sarah, and I feel as if his mindset would have changed.
Now we over here fucking Lynn. He don't care about Sarah like that.
Okay, but why is he mentioning if Mac knows you here? Why is you worried about him fucking Lynn? If everything else is so important, why did that even come out your mouth? Who cares? You know what I mean? He should have been mentioning everything else. Okay, we got an agent fingers being snipped off. That wasn't worthy.
Yeah,
that wasn't worthy.
That's not how this works.
No. Answer my question. Answer my question. Answer my question.
What was your question?
Was that a worthy note that Brian is there being tortured and his fingers have been snipped off as we speak? Was that worthy?
No, that wasn't going to stop him. That wasn't going to stop him. Nothing was going to stop Malcolm at this point. Malcolm was determined to be there regardless. Malcolm
But
was there for the drugs.
but
So,
mentioning
and even if
labor,
he did tell Malcolm, what was Malcolm going to do? Malcolm wasn't going to leave at that point. And
but we
Malcolm,
don't know. We don't know because it didn't happen.
Oh Jesus!
Malcolm was getting them drugs before he left there. Please be clear.
Oh my God! I mean,
Listen, he was. What did he say to Andrew? I'm going to close this case because you couldn't do it. He told him he was going to close the case.
Malcolm,
So,
Andrew already told y'all Malcolm is the worst agent that they have. He can't close nothing.
and guess
Can't
what?
close
When you
his
tell a person
legs.
you tell a person they're the worst person to do something, and guess what? They're gonna try in their mind. They're gonna try their best to prove people wrong. That's the same case with Polk. Cheryl Conley dogged out Polk, but Polk was trying to be. He was gonna try to infiltrate.
Polk is dead, and that's what happens with sorry people who think they can do things that they can't do. Not Andrew, Malcolm, his sorry ass would have tried to prove himself and get everybody killed. Fuck up everything. So I don't blame Andrew. If it was me, I would have told the motherfucker shit. Let his ass get killed and or fucked in the ass by half the compound.
So the fact that Malcolm is a lousy husband that cheats, that makes him
I'm talking about Malcolm being a lousy agent. Not only a lousy agent, but a lousy agent that is here unauthorized, doesn't know anything about what's going on, anything about this case, and we know came there for the wrong reasons. I'm not giving you all this information, sir. You haven't earned that. Nope, I'm not giving you nothing.
He knows as much as Mac knows. How about that? He knows as much as Mac knows.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We
do
not
know.
He was sleeping on Mac's desk. He was definitely sleeping on Mac's desk and files and everything else. So
right. That's what I'm saying.
He could have really been reading up on what's going on with the Rakadushi compound. Just didn't have an avenue to be able to get into the Rakadushi compound.
I mean, if he would, he would read up on the fact that
that was his way of getting in there.
Here's the other thing. Lynn told him that she got drugs, right? But Lynn didn't tell him that she was passed the fuck out, apparently. She told him she got great drugs there, but Lynn didn't tell his ass that she was passed the fuck out, which she came the fuck to.
And also, Malcolm was surveillance. Malcolm was surveillance. I don't know why he didn't know exactly where they were, but he was surveillance. He was the one that told Mac that she had went to the compound. Malcolm was the one. So there's intel that Malcolm actually does know, but because he's doing everything,
which is even worse. So if Malcolm knows what's going on, that's even worse. That means that you came
all of them know what's going on, and nobody.
And so what that means is it doesn't matter what Andrew said to him. Malcolm wasn't gonna leave.
It does matter. It does matter. It does matter.
Malcolm wasn't gonna leave.
But you don't know that, and I'm saying it didn't hurt to try. He said nothing, and that's worse than when you say nothing. That's worse than saying something or the wrong thing. He said nothing. He said nothing.
Why he should have asked him about Sarah.
Thank you.
That's about Sarah.
Some reason. Let her talk. Let her talk.
Sarah.
Let her talk.
Right. If to snap Malcolm out, because Malcolm think that's a whole game and everything up there. But if Andrew would have said, "Hey, how's Sarah doing?" You know. Okay. He probably would have snapped out of it because, he's like, "Yeah, I'm up here finna close this case. I'll show myself around." You know, all that stuff. And even when he asked Daikon what's in there, Daikon's like, "Oh, that's the punishment trail. That's where we torture people." He like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay, you kidding with me?" Daikon was dead serious.
Goes to my point. There was nothing that they could have said to Malcolm that would have made Malcolm leave and stand the fuck down. Malcolm was in it to win it at that point.
When Malcolm said, "What's in this trailer?" Andrew's like being reluctant, like, "What you holding on to the secret?"
Daikon came right out and said, "That's where we torture people."
Bullshit.
He did.
Daikon said it, but Malcolm also hesitated. He hesitated and
Malcolm brushed it off and was like, he laughed it off and was like, oh, like he didn't believe them.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, he has to. I mean, I think he's in character.
And to me, Malcolm is a loose cannon. I would tell Malcolm, Malcolm is a loose. Malcolm, there's nothing that Malcolm could have done that would have helped any of this. There's nothing at this point.
You remember Malcolm didn't believe when Andrew came there and told when he had him handcuffed and told Mac that they wanted to show proof that he killed Sarah, and Malcolm didn't believe it. He didn't, but he thought it was all the Joker stuff. He said, "I need to show that she's dead. I need her to appear that she's been killed and stuff like that because they want me to come and kill her."
Malcolm, I just feel like Malcolm was going to do what he wanted to do, and Malcolm was getting them drugs. Okay, Malcolm, as I tell people, like Malcolm was going to go visit a giraffe's cooch. Okay, he was going to get real high. He was there.
I feel like you are putting too much emphasis on the drug use. Yes, he does. He does. A lot of people I've seen. A lot of people can get. A lot of people. Let me finish. A lot of people can get blitzed and live a normal life. And I know it sounds crazy. A lot of people hit it hard and they be to work acting like nothing happened. And he's one of those people. So I think you putting a little too much light on that clip that we saw with him and Lynn getting crazy. It happens. It happens, and that's some real. I don't know personally, but I know what happens.
He's a functional addict.
I'm not saying he's not he may not be functional. What I'm saying is that there was nothing that could have been said to Malcolm that would have made Malcolm fall the fuck back.
That's not true.
He would listen. There were a couple of things that he was told. You're saying like Andrew ain't tell him nothing.
He didn't tell him shit. He didn't tell him
Andrew said, listen, they out here killing kids. Do you see these damn kids? They will kill all these damn kids. He didn't bat an eye. He didn't blink. He was like, that's fucked up that they'll kill kids. But let me go show myself around anyway. Daikon says to him, he said, what is that? That's where we torture people, bitch. This is where people get the fuck tortured and punished. That is nothing. You know what I'm saying?
When he asked what was in that trailer, there was a moment in between where Andrew ain't say shit. So don't act like Daikon came straight away because they had plenty of time.
He got the information. Even if Andrew paused, Daikon told him right what it is. Hey, that's where we torture people.
He got to come from Andrew.
Hard time.
Even with all of that information, even what little information Malcolm had, he wasn't getting off that compound.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't getting off that compound.
They took his keys to his car.
Oh yeah, they did have the keys to his car.
That's why he wasn't leaving. Yeah.
So
but I would think. But here's the other thing. It may have been even more suspicious if all of a sudden he would have been trying to leave real hard after they told him he could stay. Because remember, like Tika said, he didn't have no keys. They had all his stuff. So even if he would have tried to, get up off, that may have been a red flag or made it even more suspicious to, Daikon and the Hyatt if he would have tried to leave. Because they had already checked his car and, for bugs and everything. Like, they was here for it.
I just think we didn't get a chance to get to that point because I think I'm not trying to be redundant, but Andrew dropped the ball. Andrew let them fucking eat that fucking plate of food with a smile on his face, looking shocked. He knew what was going to happen. He didn't mention the key points. He wasted time talking about fucking Lynn. He wasted time about this Magnolia. Fuck them rules. You know what I mean? They all of them fuck the rules at one point.
Andrew, I'm not here to save you. Motherfucker, if you want to stay, well, motherfucker, stay. And
okay.
Get all of this good smoke. You here for it? Go ahead. You want to stay. You want these good drugs. I ain't going to stop you. Go ahead. Have at it. Have a ball. Get your whole base head ass life. If I'm Andrew, because to Malcolm, it was a whole game. And I don't think Malcolm was not here for Andrew at all. So even if Andrew would have just opened up the whole book of understanding of what it was, I feel like Malcolm still would have not taken Andrew seriously and still would have tried to do his own thing because Malcolm came there with an agenda. He told you, I'm here to fuck with Andrew. I'm here to
Right.
fuck with him. So even if Andrew goes to tell him everything, there was nothing that Andrew could have said to Malcolm that would have made Malcolm stand up. Malcolm said, I'm here for it.
I agree with you on what he said and what he probably wanted to do, but we will never know because Andrew dropped the ball and didn't give vital information.
Shout out to
And
Andrew.
I'm
Okay.
saying, you know what I'm saying. Because you just assuming, we all assuming, but Andrew
You
dropped the ball.
assuming that he would have tried to leave.
Huh?
You're assuming he would have tried to leave.
Well, he wouldn't have been poisoned. He wouldn't have been poisoned.
We don't know that.
We do. We do know he wouldn't have ate that food. He wouldn't have ate that food.
No. Remember, he said he went there for the drugs. And if Andrew said, listen, they put drugs and stuff in the food, he might have been like, bro, I got this. Don't worry about me. Don't tell me shit. I got this. I came here for that.
Okay, and Agent Brian is bleeding to death and he's trapped, getting his fingers getting cut off. He ain't say that.
It would have been nothing. Malcolm can't do anything to stop Brian from getting his fingers cut off. There was nothing Malcolm could have did to stop that. Nothing.
Right, because he didn't come with no type of weapon, and if he did, they would have killed him on impact.
Right. So. There was nothing that Brian can't be saved by nobody. Nobody can save Brian. Nobody.
I agree with you, but I still can't get over the fact that Malcolm said nothing. If I can't physically do anything for you, I'm still going to inform you.
I'm not giving Malcolm that information. He a loose cannon. Anyway, we done been over riding around over this.
Right, because you're not being reasonable. You're not being reasonable. That's what it is.
I'm very reasonable. So Zane comes to the pavilion. Lynn gotta pee. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Dicon said, take her on over there to the outhouse. She looking like outhouse. Outhouse. Right. Girl, it's the outhouse. You knew what it was. First of all, you were already at the compound for at least a day or so. You knew what was going on. You knew it was an outhouse. Please be clear.
She was in the daze.
She was high and knocked out, so she.
No. What I'm saying is, I don't think that when she came there before, it was because remember she had to have sex with people. She had to went there apparently ate and had a good time. She knew, she was there for a good amount of time where she knew had seen the outhouses or whatever. She knew how they went down. He told her, he was like, remember I told you we live off of the land. She knew.
El Teddy, I think she remembers bits and pieces. She remembers the glamour, like the memories that she has. It's like shimmery, and she sees the highest in a glow, in a hue. They was feeding her that same food that makes you kind of loopy. So her experience on something is different from her sober experience initially getting there. Does that make sense? Because she wasn't on anything.
Perfect sense. But it also makes sense and proves my point that with Malcolm and Lynn, it don't matter what happened, what they had to go through, bruh, they was getting to them drugs. They was gonna get to that giraffe's cooch, okay? They was gonna get real high to the giraffe's coochie, okay?
What's up with you and giraffe cooch?
Because that's real high. And in order to get to the giraffe's cooch, you gotta get real high.
Got it. I got it.
Oh, okay.
See, in my classroom, if I have a student that comes in and they look high, I'd be like, bro, you been up there to the giraffes, cooch or something like that. Like, what you doing? You rolling up in here like this today? They know exactly what I be talking about when I say that. No, man. My
bad, y'all. I'm sorry I threw him off a little bit. My bad.
No, you good. So Zane takes her over there to the outhouse. Malcolm and Andrew is walking around. So when she get to the outhouse, take her to the toilet. She's like, ew. Elder Mother Supreme come over there. Hey, Elder Mother Mama. And they have their whole conversation. And Elder Mother gets her to come.
Like they're the best of friends.
Huh?
Hey, Miss Marva.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Something happened there She was there a little longer, long enough to get good with elder mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because she
And
ate
then they,
that bread and she was high as
Right.
fuck again.
Yeah, she was there. Elder mother gave her that banana bread. She with the
hmm
nuts in it.
and so she gets her to get sit on the toilet or go to the little outhouse. And she said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna make you something special. I'm gonna make you something special." I mean, I really wasn't paying attention because there was, I was sidetracked by what was going on in the showers over there. And I was real sidetracked on I was not paying to nobody. With this whole conversation, I was real sidetracked because there was some dark chocolate going on over there.
But can we get back a little bit to the part where Lynn told Zane that and Daikon that they was bringing purple back. It's a new
Oh
package.
She did.
yeah,
She was like, "What is this
It's supposed
the
to
material?"
off and this
oh, that's
little
nice. They bring a purple back.
She did. She said, "Oh, this is real nice. What material is this? Oh, y'all bringing purple back? I didn't know purple went out. I didn't know." But apparently Wesley Snipes got the memo that purple was back.
and he did.
He
And
apparently got that memo.
he
But
did.
she did. She was like, "Oh, this is nice material," and I don't never remember me even thinking like, "Oh, this is not." You knew she was high at that point. When she was,
Right. I
I'm
think
like,
Daikon knew she was high too.
mm-hmm.
Cause
He sure
he
did.
wouldn't have let her stay if she came that high. He would have sent them, but because the highest wanted her there, that's probably why he made her got her stand.
Hey, Dennis Darton. Hey, Lakeisha Watson. Hey, y'all. Yeah, they was serious. So she went over there and she, squatted down, did what she got to do. I mean, she over there, complaining. I'm sure she sat down on that toilet and looked to her left and said, "Oh, this isn't such a bad view over here." You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
she told her to sit down and close your eyes and just go.
I don't need to close my eye. I can just look to the side, to the left. Oh, okay, I see. Uh huh. So then that's when we had that conversation that we were talking about between Andrew and Malcolm. And Andrew said, "Listen, what the fuck are you doing? You need to get Lynn and you need to get your ass out of here. And because you see these kids running around here, they will kill all these goddamn kids here." "Oh, that's bullshit. But I'm gonna show myself around." Fuck you, Malcolm. Fuck your life. I'm here for whatever they do to Malcolm. Whatever happens to Malcolm, I'm here. He's expendable. His character is expendable. Kill them all. He can be written off. Kill them all. They did it to the daughter in the Oval, and the daughter was an important character. If they could get rid of the daughter in the Oval, we can get rid of Malcolm.
I rebuke you in the name of
You
Jesus.
don't want them to get rid of Malcolm. You want
I
Malcolm to
don't want
stay.
them to get rid of Malcolm. I'm
Why?
optimistic on certain characters. I
Right.
even though we know whatever may happen, but I'm optimistic that in certain characters there has to be something good about those characters. So
There's nothing good about Malcolm.
in
He's a
Malcolm,
villain.
he has a past just like the highest. So he could possibly have been redeemed some kind of way. So that's just me. That's how I feel about Malcolm.
You
But
feel like Malcolm has some redeeming qualities.
yes, I do. I
Mhm.
do. I do. He couldn't have always been who he is right now. He couldn't have always been that person. That's all. I just gotta, I got a love hate relationship for Malcolm. So
You
it
got a
is.
soft heart for Malcolm.
I do. I think it's a whole bad boy thing. My bad. Not even that. It is what it is. But yeah. Anyway.
Malcolm was being a straight up asshole though. Malcolm wasn't trying to hit nothing. He was being a asshole and a whole ass. Like you got to flip it and reverse it. A asshole and a whole ass. Okay. Ruth talks to Joan. Ruth sees Joan. They have this whole conversation. Whenever Ruth and Joan talk, it's very uncomfortable. To me, it's just a very uncomfortable conversation when Ruth and Joan talk. Joan says Ruth needs to talk to River because he had a rough night with Tyrone. Ruth tells her elder mother is putting stuff in Tyrone's food, and they need to find out what it is. Joan says, "Listen." Ruth tells her about the pregnancy test too. Joan said, "Listen, I got you. I'll work this out. You ain't got to worry. We go to the city, or we go to the town to get the money, and I can get you a couple days. Don't worry, I got you. We'll work all this. We'll handle all this out." But Ruth would still be a real nasty to Joan. Matter of fact, she told her, "Listen, bitch, if I go down, I'm not going down by myself. So whatever the fuck you need to do, go ahead on and get it done." They be doing Joan so bad. Poor Joan. That's
No,
who I feel bad for, Joan.
Joan shady now. Don't feel too sorry for Joan. Joan done cursed River out. Joan, listen, it's different sides to Joan that we don't see. First of all, she sent River in the darn trailer knowing that the lights were still going to be on, knowing eventually somebody was going to come back. So I feel she set him up. She told him, make sure the lights is out, but you were the last one in the darn trailer. You should have already had the lights off. So you knew those lights were going to be on, and at some point, Dicom was going to come along and see that those lights were on. So don't think Joan is just innocent. And she told River to get his ish together. Nah, there's something else up to Joan, and I'm like Ruth. I don't trust her. I can't trust her.
I'm here for Joan. If Joan come back to backstab them, I would be I would be like, "Joan, you did the fuck out of that shit." If
I
she
don't
comes
doubt it.
back and be the double cross, that shit will be now, Tyler. I'll give you your points on that. I'll be like, "You did that shit, Tyler. You did the fuck out of that shit." If Joan comes back to be the double cross, because Joan don't give me that. But Ruth told her, "Listen, don't fuck off."
Tell Miss Jeanette she on mute. You on mute.
You on mute, Jeanette. We were just talking about that, huh, Tika?
Can, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yes.
hear you now.
No, I said, wouldn't it be a twist if Joan was an actual undercover sent in to check into their finances and stuff to see what's going on and all the money? That would be a twist right there.
Because they do that a lot of times in the FBI. Like they don't just send one person, they will send another person, but they won't know who each other are, so that they won't compromise, each other. Like I know that kind of stuff happens where it'll be multiple people there, but you won't necessarily know who the other person is, so that you don't compromise, yourself, or you don't feel like you have to give up who you are for the sake of this other person.
And Joan is perfect. She is perfect because they think she knows a lot.
Yeah, they don't. They wouldn't suspect Joan. They would not suspect Joan. That would be a good one.
And I still don't trust her, but she did at that when she thought it was time to go to meet the Raku. She was ready to take herself out.
Baby, she had to
So
tie
Zane
that noose.
take the books to the police. She told Zane take the books to the police. So
She had to tie that noose and all, and was ready to hang herself.
she's
Yeah,
ready.
listen, if I got to go, I'm hanging myself. I ain't taking no damn poison with y'all.
Right.
Right. I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid.
We ain't drinking no Kool-Aid around here. So then I thought the next scene with Oliver and Lacy was useless and pointless. I didn't even
Right.
see that scene. We didn't get anything out of that scene. All they said was, "Oh, I think Paula gonna make it, and we gonna eat strawberry sundae." What?
Right.
Like, what delusional world is Lacy living in?
Lacy had to redeem herself with Oliver though, simply because of the fact when Brian was in that container with them, and Brian asked Lacy, "Did you find love here?" And she said no. And Oliver was sitting right next to her. In that
Like,
aspect, she had to redeem herself.
I
Other than
was looking at her like, bitch. Like,
right,
you really
Right.
said that?
right. Like I almost got killed because of you.
Right.
Multiple times I've killed someone for you, and you telling me you're not in love with me. So I felt like that was just a moment for them to reminisce over whatever in their mind, whatever they had going on, and to rekindle or to her to just to redeem herself with Oliver. That's pretty much all I saw, with that scene. No real substance, unfortunately.
So then we see Daikon goes to see Tyrone. Now, the highest Tyrone is losing it, okay? You cannot make me believe that Elder Mother didn't do this on purpose. When Ruth called Elder Mother and started, asking her, well, what are you putting in there? Why are you putting that in there? I believe Elder Mother said, oh, really, bitch? All right. I ain't gonna put shit in there. See how you like this shit. Because he was certifiable, all episode. Like, he had to lost it. He was like, so I fully believe River, when River say that motherfucker was on some other shit last night, yeah, he probably was. Because you could tell this bitch was not here for it. Daikon went in there all meek and mild. Yes, your highness. He wasn't trying to hit that bitch. I should have cut your whole arm off. That's what he told his ass. I was like, oh God. Daikon tells him about Lynn and Malcolm, and the highest starts talking about. He said, "Listen, I got all these problems and problems and problems and problems. All these people dead. All of this." The sheriff even know that that Polk is dead. The sheriff even know that, and Daikon says no, he doesn't know. He was like, "That's a whole nother situation I got to work out." So I don't know. What did y'all think about this scene?
The highest is bipolar schizophrenic and need to be put in a damn padded room. Because you go from cursing everybody out. You first of all, you told Ruth not to be there that night because you wanted River there. Then when she actually comes to bring you your food, you ask her, "Where were you? I needed you." No, motherfucker, you told me that you wanted River to be with you.
Right.
You playing, it's the mental health plus the mind games that the highest is playing. Now, Elder Mother, I hope that when she took that breakfast to him or had that breakfast taken to him, that she double dosed his behind, because at that point he was just ready to take anybody out.
Yeah, the highest one here for the function at this point.
At all.
Like, but I really like Elder Mother said, "Oh, y'all think it's a game over here? Fuck y'all there. I ain't giving them shit. See how you like me now?"
Right.
So, but yeah, he I don't know. The highest.
He was looking for pills and his normal drugs, but apparently all of his drugs are gone from out of the trailer. And he talking about he had a headache. Not like I told somebody, that mug needs some milk, because he was like a whole baby that day. Crazy.
Some milk and Oreo cookies.
He needs some milk. Because he was going, it was just like, I actually feared for Ruth at that moment. He said, today is not the day for you to come with your assertiveness or whatever the word was that he used.
Today is the day for your bullshit today.
Yeah.
Well, what was up with him telling Ruth she need to learn to use her third eye?
That part.
If you're gonna be right. If you're gonna be my bride, you have to learn to use your third eye.
He can't.
Why did not work?
Because he even asked her. He said, "Do you mind if River comes? Do you mind if I ask for River?" Bitch, you asked for him. The fuck? Now you looking at me crazy?
Right.
That's that bipolar stuff.
He don't remember. Right.
I think he may be suffering from bipolar and schizophrenia and stuff like that. That's probably, and so I think Elder Mother, like she said, she was his nurse, and she knows exactly what it is he needs. And that makes sense. We got a lot of background information.
There comes into play where Elder Mother Supreme Marva could have told Ruth what was really going on. She could have said to her, he has certain issues. And then Ruth, I feel, even though I can only speculate, but I feel at that point Ruth wouldn't have been so hard on her putting the medication in his food.
But Elder Mother Supreme, she doesn't like Ruth. So yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
she
he
don't
said,
trust
like,
Ruth.
to go back to the point, like Teddy said, she did what she did to prove a point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she don't want no parts of Ruth. Ruth is stepping on her territory. She don't want no
Mm-hmm.
parts of Ruth. She been taking care of the highest all these years. Bitch, you ain't finna come up in here. But so then we get the standoff. Well, not yet. No, the standoff it comes later. But we see Elder Mother and Ruth. And Elder Mother is taking food to the breakfast to the highest. And Ruth says, "I got it. I'll take it." The Elder Mother asks her, "Do you have morning sickness?" Mm-hmm. You know, women know. Women can tell when other women are pregnant. They know right offhand. Even
Right.
though I have told almost every female in my family when they were pregnant and they call me the kiss of death, like they will take me around. People just, is she pregnant? And I don't know how I know. I just tell people, hey, you pregnant. And they be like, I ain't pregnant. And then they come to find out they're pregnant. So I have been able to tell almost every woman in my family that they were pregnant. But women usually know, and they be like, you ain't been vomiting, you ain't been having no morning sickness. Bitch. What's wrong with you? What's wrong?
But see,
Right. You're not eating a whole lot.
Marvin was the one that planted the seed about Ruth being pregnant in the first place, and Ruth
Mm-hmm.
just went along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, it's just a matter of how long would Ruth be able to get away with it? Because
Right.
you literally just had sex with them 2 weeks ago, or even a week ago. How in the heck are you already pregnant? You pregnant with Zycon. It's gonna be yours, Zycon. Like, come on
But
now.
remember, Ruth had sex way back in season 1.
Yeah, and she been pregnant for 2 weeks.
Oh, we got one more guest. Hold on. We
That's
got one more guest.
my UK London friend.
Put a thumbs up when you're ready in the background. Yes.
That's our
Okay.
UK. I'm gonna let him introduce. That's our UK London friend that watch Ruthless all the way over there.
Hi guys.
Hey, your name is Chris H. What's going on, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How you guys?
Good,
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 how
good.
good.
So we got but Ruth is supposed to be pregnant since season 1. And we're in season 3. And she ain't got not nary piece of a baby bump.
Nope.
Nothing. So she
Cause
better
it's
do
like 2
something.
weeks. Y'all don't understand the timeline. It's really the timeline that Tyler Perry is messing our heads up with. It could be a matter of a week to 2 weeks that all
It
this stuff
could
is
be. It
really going
really
on.
could be.
You're right.
I think it's been at least a couple months, at the minimum, a
Right.
couple months. And
Yeah,
I say
I
that
agree.
because too much has gone on. Because remember, Melinda was scoping out Poke and was doing all that stuff with Poke and stuff. And that didn't happen just like in a day or two. That was happening over time with Poke and everything. Remember, they went in and they took the files and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like it's been at least a couple months.
Right.
Um and so forth.
About 3 months, I
So
say. I say about 3 months.
yeah, at the bare minimum, a
Mm-hmm.
couple months. So that's what Elder Mother told Ruth, hey bitch, you gonna be first because we need to make sure that we give an example to the women. And Ruth looked at her like, knowing full well she wasn't nobody pregnant. And then
Right.
she went in there to go see Tyrone, and that's when Tyrone said, bitch, where the fuck was you last night? Why the fuck
Mm-hmm.
was River here? Why was I getting vagina instead of cooter? Why am I over here fucking mangina instead of real vagina? What you got going on? And why the fuck was you not here last night? Bitch,
Wow.
don't come to me with this bullshit because I will behead you right now. You don't want none of this smoke today. And Ruth, you saw her get real. Like she came in and she tried it. She was like, "Are you sure you want me to leave it?" He was like, "Bitch, today is not that day. I will fuck you up if you come in here with this
I
bullshit."
thought she was gonna slap him. I was like, oh, please don't hit him. Please
Yeah,
don't.
Please don't. I'm
I was
telling you,
so
y'all,
scared for Ruth.
I feared for her.
I was scared
Right.
for her. I really said something about to happen to Ruth. I was like, "Oh." Ruth, stand down, stand down. No, no, no. Abort, abort.
Right.
Code like Joe Clark. Code 10. Please up to the floor.
Mhm.
Oh man. But yeah, that Ruth, yeah. I was like, oh, he sent her on her way, like, get out of my face, get away from me. I was like, oh, damn.
Right.
And then y'all notice how he was like, where are you going? Well, you just sent me away. I'm going to the
Yep.
women's trailer. Are you going to see Daikon? Bitch, I just told you I'm going to the women's trailer.
Right.
Where the
Right.
fuck you get Daikon from?
Right. Where you get daikon out of me going to the women's trailer?
Like,
That's that bipolar. That's that bipolar stuff. That's all I
I
can
think
say.
he really has bipolar schizophrenia because I'm like, where the fuck did Daikon come from? She just told you, bitch, I'm going to the women's trailer. Where the fuck did Daikon come in?
Well, Elder Mother confirmed that he's got mental health issues in season 1, in the second episode,
Mm.
I believe. And Ruth was questioning her, "What do you actually put in his food?" And I'm sure it came up again in season 3. So it's been
Well, she
confirmed.
did tell her this episode. She did.
Yeah.
We'll
So
get
he's
there
got
in
mental
just a
health
second.
issues, and that's when she was saying she's a doctor and she knows the amount of the medicine to put in, and yeah, so he's definitely under control and
Mhm.
by the Elder Mother, and I reckon Ruth is trying to pull that control away from her. But now she's Supreme Mother, so that's going to be difficult, especially now Elder Mother's got that card. Well, you're not pregnant. You're supposed to be pregnant, and you're not. So I'm gonna get the trust. You're not. So that's where I think the Elder Mother's coming from.
Yep.
She's got more control than we give her credit for.
Well,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, as far as the title Supreme, we all know that that's just fluff. That was given to her so she would have
It was
less
just fluff.
responsibility. Just to be clear on that one. And
yeah.
as far as the pregnancy, I feel like to backtrack a little bit. The highest really was looking to Joan to give me advice. Now he didn't want to hear from nobody else. He said, Joan, tell me what to do. I forgot to bring that part up. And I believe Joan's going to come up with a plan for Ruth. I think that's what's going to happen. So I don't think she has to worry about it because we got a lot of pregnant people on the compound. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
I want Joan to throw Ruth under the bus. I'm now that y'all done planted that seed in my head. I need Joan. I need Joan to be the double
So you
crosser.
don't think Joan's FBI? You don't think she's the one that went in before Andrew and got lost?
I said that. Didn't I say I think Joe's FBI? She's looking at
She's the one that got converted, and then Andrew had to go in for her and look at him now. He's about to like give himself away.
Chris,
like, right.
Chris, this coming from the group that just says that Joan Coochie was melting for Daikon and she don't know how to do. She
does want some of Daikon. That don't
She
mean
wanted Daikon.
Let me finish. Now she FBI now, Chris. She FBI now.
But she's a woman.
that don't
She's
mean
a
she
woman.
can't on her box.
Too long.
I mean,
Undercover's
she's
supposed
still a
to be
woman. She wants that back blown out.
She's a woman that hasn't been touched in however long. I don't care if you look like Gorilla, whoever. You come touch my shoulder and I ain't had none in a long time. Guess what?
A man can only go 7 days and then he's on heat. He's like, listen. So a woman may be 3 weeks tops, but after that, it's like, listen, all right, Daikon, I've hated you from day one, but you know something? You're the only one that I feel.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm feeling. So
she wants that back blown out. But I could see Joan because she's doing the books being in cahoots with Mac. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I could see Mac knowing about Joan because remember, we got senators involved and all kinds of and Lito and things. And I think that Joan could, I mean, if we're going to plant that seed, she could be in cahoots with Mac.
I don't think Mac goes that high up. That's just my opinion. I think Mac, his involvement ends with his hush money and his direct team, keeping an eye on them. I don't think he's that far up the chain. I could be wrong.
He's not. No, he's not. You're right. He's not, because there was an episode where he's saying, I'm under pressure. So you guys," he was speaking to Malcolm and Brian, "you guys need to bring me something because I'm under pressure and this case is about to be closed." That was in season 2. So I was like, well, you're supposed to be the man. So who's giving you pressure? So someone above him's like, listen, I'm going to pull the rug from under you guys. Get Andrew out or we're going to go storming in. And Andrew's like, no, but these kids, there's like 15, 20 kids here who could die just like that. So no, you can't storm the compound. So Max powerless, is near powerless. He's nearly losing his power. Unless he pulls a rabbit out the hat. And I think his rabbit is Joan.
Right.
Speaking of Malcolm and Joan, Daikon goes over to Joan and tells her, listen, the highest asks to see you. You need to go on over there now. You know you need to go now. He wants to know the plan. He says, tell me the plan. Joan looks at him and bats her eyes. Oh, Malcolm, you know, I can't do that. I can't tell you the plan. Batting her eyes. You know, that's when she wore them glasses with like the horn rims that like, you know, go out a little bit, where she wore them big glasses, the big black glasses that go out. She be thinking she cute there. She was like,
call me weird. I think she's cute when she wears those. I know it sounds weird, but I'll put my hand up.
No. Joan looks a lot better this season. Like she done fixed herself up this season. Now last season she looked a goddamn mess. But this season, I'd be like, okay, Joan, bitch, I see you.
She was depressed and didn't know where to go.
And so, and then after Joan leaves, after telling him, listen, I can't tell you shit, Daikon tells Andrew, sees Andrew with Malcolm and tells them, listen, I got this. Don't worry about it. I'll take it from here. And that's what we had that scene where Malcolm says, well, what's that over there? And because no, Jeff, you were wrong. It wasn't a pause because Andrew was there. Andrew had already been dismissed. Andrew was already gone by the time Malcolm asked Daikon, what trailer is this? He said, well, what's in this trailer? Because Andrew asked him first. He didn't answer. Daikon came up. And Daikon said, don't worry, I got it from here. And Malcolm asked Daikon, what's in there? Daikon came right out. That's what we torture people or punish people, whatever he said.
Right.
Torture trailer. That's where we torture people. And Malcolm huh?
Yeah, like, Malcolm just brushed it off and laughed it off like it was shit.
Like it was nothing.
He had to act that way though. He had to brush it off right
Y'all
there.
giving Malcolm a whole lot of benefit of the doubt. I hate to put the Malcolm.
Hey, you doing the same thing for Andrew.
Listen.
I don't care about Andrew either. You know who I am.
He say, oh shit, that's where y'all torture people. Let me get the heck up out of here. He couldn't go nowhere.
Listen, y'all know what team I'm on. I'm team Daikon. If I'm caping for anybody, I'm a cape for Daikon. Yeah. I'm team Daikon the whole time.
I'm team Daikon as well. I like him, man. I'm team Daikon.
Team Daikon. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm team Daikon.
But Lynn's gonna throw Malcolm under the bus, I reckon. When it comes to having to choose, she's gonna save herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's been wanting to be in that compound since season 1.
Right.
Now, did y'all find it strange? Hey, family of Six Rocks, that when Joan goes to this trailer, magically we got phones and laptops and internet and shit. I'm like, wait a minute.
Where that come from?
Y'all get internet from?
Right.
It's only his trailer.
I was like,
yeah, because he's the only one that has an ingrown in whatever plumbing and stuff.
Yeah,
you got indoor plumbing, but you ain't got no bathtub or a shower.
Daikon had something too. Daikon had a computer with internet too, because that's how he was able to pull up. Ruth.
Well, I figured Daikon would have something. Daikon got a whole lot of shit.
Daikon's got some stuff over there as well. He's got his own supply of drugs as well. He's got the full rack there.
How the highest got all this indoor plumbing and you ain't even got a shower? I ain't saying you got to have a bathtub, but you could at least have a toilet and a half shower.
Yeah.
Well, they got to be going to get water to put in this dirty ass little thing so you could lay around in your own.
You know what? Back in the day, my grandma had this shotgun. Off subject. My grandma had this shotgun house, and they had a shower. It was just a standing shower. You walked straight through. The bathroom was right there. Number shower. We literally had to bathe in the tub like what the Hyatts got. No lies told. If you want,
that's my point.
You had to bathe in something like that. Other than that, you could use the shower. But anyway, back to the Hyatts. The Hyatts say his unessential.
You were already a part of the Rockadooshies, and you ain't even know.
The outhouse. I've used the outhouse.
You was out there, the outhouse.
I've used the outhouse.
I've been in the outhouse. Listen,
I lived in the Caribbean and I stayed in the outhouse.
I understand Lynn's angst because I went to an outhouse and it was disgusting. There were flies and gnats and all kinds of only God knows what in that outhouse and around it. And I went over there and I said, I cannot. I was like Jocelyn when she was having the baby. I cannot. Listen, I said, I was like, Lynn, let me go find a bush. I can't do this. It was too much. It was too much. The smell alone was like, oh, I can't. It was too much. It was too much.
Army days, we had party parties, and it was either get a chigger on your behind, get bit by some bug on your behind, freelancing on the grass, or use that party party, which is just like that outhouse that they got. So, you know, you do what you gotta do.
You do what you got to do. You make it happen.
Sit too long and the cockroach is gonna have a meal. So, you know,
right.
Do your stuff quick. So Lynn needs to adapt, but she will adapt.
So we got
or she
we got Lynn and Elder Mother in the kitchen trailer. Lynn over there eating asparagus. That would have been a red flag for me. Automatic. Asparagus is a very potent vegetable. Hell, you eat asparagus and your urine smell like asparagus for the next day and a half. Okay, that would have been a red flag. But we know Lynn is here for all of the drugs. Okay, she over there. Oh, this is so good. Oh my God, eating with Elder Mother, and then Daikon comes in with Malcolm. And Malcolm and Daikon says, "Oh, the highest wants to see you too," and so forth. And Marva says, "Hey, I'm gonna fix y'all a wonderful meal." Elder Mother Supreme says, "I'm gonna fix y'all a wonderful meal. Y'all meet me at the pavilion. Go on to the pavilion. I got you, baby. You about to have a great meal." And when they leave, Daikon tell them, "Listen, tell Elder Mother Supreme, hit him hard." That's one of the few times you see them two working together because you know they can't stand each other. I live for when they fight. I want to see them fight all the time. I don't like them being, in cahoots. I like Daikon and Elder Mother Supreme fighting. But they was like, he was like,
that growl as well. She does that growl, which is funny. Anytime she does it, I'm in tears with laughter.
But did y'all catch them doing the growl together?
Yes. That's what I was talking.
That took me out. I was like, what?
Like, whoa, hold on.
Right.
You tell her to stop. Now you're joining in. Like,
exactly.
Okay. All right.
Like, it was real weird. It was real weird. But I was here for it, though. But I much prefer them fighting. Like, when they be having their epic knockdown dragouts, I'd be here for it. So then we have the best scene of the show. Ruth and River. Ruth finds River. Ruth says to River, "Listen, you all right? You okay?" River says, "Listen, this motherfucker was out of control last night. He was violent as hell. You don't even understand what was going on. He was violent as hell." So then he reminds her that he said, "Listen, he don't do you like he do me. The shit he do with you, he don't do that kind of shit with me. He be way out of control with me. Bitch, you ain't taking it up the booty chute like I'm taking it up the booty chute, okay? You ain't getting tied up and all of this stuff." So then River tells Ruth that Joan to say, "Listen, tell Joan I'm gonna be all right. I know that hoe sent you over here to check on me. Tell her I'm all right. I got this. I'm in this until we get this money, and then after that, I'm the fuck out of here." Ruth tells him about the whole pregnancy shit, and she's scared about that. And Ruth then asked him if he knew about the medication. He said, "Yeah, I know about the medication. And I know that Elder Mother gave him the medicine and stuff like that." And so Ruth says, "We need to find out what it is." She says, Ruth says, I'm sorry, River said he was different today. He went into this whole soliloquy about um um what he did. And did y'all get a low of River's face? He was like, he bit me and he slapped me and he
Yeah.
fucked me and he hog tied me and he called me massacre. I thought he said master at first. So I had to rewind, put on the caption, so I made sure I caught it. And
Yeah.
he said massacre.
Yeah.
So I had to catch that. But it was a definite smirk on his face when he was describing what was done to him that whole night before. That's why I don't be buying River when he be coming over there like he be all broke down. He was
River fed
rough
up.
today. He was
River fed
by
up.
River. Bitch, you like that shit. And that's where we
He's a
finally
sub.
get
That's
to the
why.
scene where Ruth says, I'm not leaving without my daughter.
Yeah.
Ruth says, I'm not leaving with my daughter. And River says, go fuck them kids.
That's where it went south. That's where it all went
Go
south.
fuck them kids.
I thought at that moment Ruth was gonna deck him one.
Yes.
And she
thought-
should have.
That slap was coming up.
Yes.
I thought it was coming up because her
At
hand,
this point,
her arm twitched like. And she
at
had to
this
hold it
point,
down.
Ruth
Should have
gives
the
me
Will Smith slap.
her bark is bigger than her bite. The only time we saw her do something to somebody was where she had to beat Tally back in season 1.
That scene.
That's the
Wow.
only time we see
She
her do anything.
slapped was it Paula. She slapped Paula because they were talking about that whole escaping, and I got this letter, and she now Ruth hit somebody. She just won't hit Elder Mother Marble, who she need to swing on. But for the most part, she has laid hands more than once. I can say that.
I need to see her slap Joan or slap River. You better slap somebody. You losing your street cred. You losing your
It would be
street
River.
cred.
Joan,
Right.
she needs on side. She needs Elder Mother on side. She needs to keep them within her circle. So it would be River who could get thrown under the bus as well. I think
Right.
he's one of the ones that will get sacrificed because Daikon's done it
River,
for him.
yeah.
Daikon
I
wants him
can
out of the
see
way.
Ruth and Joan splitting the money, but I think at this point River is expendable.
Right.
He's proven to be expendable. Just like Malcolm. Kill Malcolm next episode. Can we get Malcolm killed off next episode?
He's gonna last. He's gonna get thrown under the bus, but he's gonna be there at the end before he goes down, and it will be because of Lynn. I want to see it. Trust me, I want to see him go next episode, but his character's too strong. They've built his character up too much for him to say, "Okay, see you later."
Yeah, I think they're gonna torture him to where he's almost wishing he was dead.
Right.
Listen.
Right. I agree.
Hey, it's me, D. This show is it has its good points. It has its points where you want to pull your hairs out and choke Tyler. But it does have its good.
No, he needs to listen to our discussion panel.
You watch the show once, you're gonna watch it again. That's all I can say. Whether you hate it or love it, you're gonna watch it again because you need to see what's gonna happen next.
That's me. I stopped watching by episode 4. My wife stopped watching. And I was like, yeah, but I said, I'm curious. Where's this going? So I watched season 1 and I was like, no, I'm hooked. That's it. I want to be on the compound. I'm hooked. So then, yeah.
I will say that after season 1, I did watch and I was curious to see what would happen. And I'm not gonna lie, I did keep watching because I wanted to know, well, where are we going with this, Tyler? Where are we going?
And where's the time
I
with
will
Oval?
say that.
Where are we gonna see that crossover episode? More of them.
I don't think we're gonna. I don't at this point. I don't want to see the crossover because the Oval is too far ahead.
But we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
Right, and El Teddy,
over again.
El Teddy, remember when we talked about an old-fashioned spinoff? It's done its job, and that's supposed to be it, right?
Right, this is a spinoff.
Right, and that's it. They're not supposed to see each other anymore. So that's really how spinoff's supposed to work. The Oval
Right.
did his job,
That's
and
true.
that's it. They're not supposed to cross
Right.
ties
They
anymore.
don't already
That's true.
spun off. Tally is
See,
already dead on the Oval. She been dead since season 1. Tally didn't leave to the end of season 2.
but when Tyler Perry went back and crossed over, what was it, 3 or 4 episodes with the Rakadushi coming face to face with Barry? So guess what? How are they going to
I didn't
explain?
understand that either because I felt like the like Ruthless wasn't at that point. Ruthless couldn't have been at that point because at that point Tally was still on the compound.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I was
I was
confused.
like, so I feel like I don't need Tyler to cross over anymore. Let Ruthless stand on its own. Let the Ovals, because I like the Oval. I watch the Oval. I appreciate the Oval. I
Mhm.
watch the Oval just for the president's wife, who I can't stand and who gets on my goddamn nerves.
Somebody just beat her ass one
I
time.
love her to
That
bits.
part.
I love her
I
to
love
bits.
Priscilla. I'm team Priscilla. Priscilla is my,
I don't like Priscilla. I don't like
I
Priscilla.
love
I don't
Priscilla.
like her.
I don't like.
Starving her
Yes.
man like that, and then no. I'm
Like,
good
what
for
she
Sadie.
never said what her freaking issue was with this guy. Like, Jesus, you stop giving it up, and it's not all about just sex. But damn, if somebody stop having sex with you randomly, you gonna start thinking, well, who are you getting it from, and what's the problem? Freaking talk to me, which she didn't. I'm not justifying cheating in any way, but
No, I
I
agree.
mean, what she had a real chip on her shoulder, and I don't
He
like her.
apparently has done something in the past to make her withhold.
On edge.
I'm not justifying withholding,
I think there's more to that
but there's
story that
more
we
to
haven't
it.
gotten. I
Exactly.
think there's
There's more
definitely more to
to
that
it.
story.
Exactly.
So
Uh,
anyway, we're all the way off on Oval. We
Yeah.
may need to do the Oval when the Oval comes back.
right. But I'm just telling y'all, expect the crossover between Ruthless and the Oval. That's all.
I know they've already said that they're going to do it again, but I just don't feel like it's needed because both shows can stand on their own.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then we got Elder Mother. I'm sorry,
Wow.
Elder Mother at the pavilion with Lynn and Malcolm giving
Yes.
them the food. And then she said, when I'm going to the kitchen, y'all enjoy yourself and Daikon comes. And Lynn and Malcolm is over there. Andrew's standing over to the side just watching. If I'm Andrew, I'm standing over to the side looking right at Malcolm. Yeah, bitch. Eat this shit, you raggedy ass, rat ass bastard. That's what I would have been. If I was Andrew, I would have stood right there. Go ahead, eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. And so when Daikon comes, Daikon asks Elder Mother Supreme, says, hey, how long should it be? She said, don't worry, it won't be long. It won't be long. And as soon as he went over there, Malcolm was talking at one moment, then he was like he was gonna vomit, and then he passed out.
And I'm black. Yeah.
Next thing you know, Lynn over there, what happened? Is this what happened to me before? And Daikon is like,
Right.
calm down. Don't worry. We all right. And by the time he finished saying that, there she go. Pass the hell out. I was here for it. Go ahead. Y'all want this what y'all wanted. This what y'all asked for. Lynn, you knew what happened to you the first time, and you went back. Isn't this like her third trip there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
Yeah, I
one.
think this is her third trip.
Yeah, that's her
Second
third
one. Yeah,
trip up
that's
there.
her third trip. That's her third trip.
Yeah. So
And
baby,
she
you
brings
like it at
Malcolm.
this point. You getting off on it. Ain't no need
Love
of you
it.
acting weird now.
She,
I'm just saying.
she lucky they let her leave the second time.
Second
going
time.
back.
Hello.
Daikon was gonna have her as his outsider to try to get information. That's what he was initially gonna do, and then he realized no, she's a poison apple.
Right.
But now-
Remember when Sarah came and he saw Andrew, why do you let her like her? We need women like her up here. You don't let somebody get away.
Now, the other thing that happened is this next scene I thought was a little sloppy. Ruth is not as sloppy as I thought this next scene made her look. When Elder Mother goes to the kitchen and catches Ruth going through all of those things.
Drugs,
Ruth
yeah.
has a lot of time by herself in that kitchen where if she really wants to go through and look at what's in there, she could do that knowing elder mother ain't there. Normally, when she's trying to do stuff in the kitchen, she's not by herself. She always has another person there so
Look
they
out.
can, let her know if they hear somebody coming or elder mother. And so I thought this was a little
Um,
off for me
I,
for
I
Ruth.
would I would have agreed season 1 and 2, but now, uh, Ruth, she's got her foot in. She's up there in the rankings. The cat's out the bag. She's already told elder mother. She already knows you putting something in that food. So there's no secrets here at this point. So
But
her
we learned in this scene that elder mother told her, listen, you may know that. He don't know that you know that. And he don't
Yeah,
want you to know that
that's
he
it.
knows that.
right.
And Ruth, and I think also, I think what Ruth wants to do is she wants to have that control because she knows if she doesn't know what the highest is taking, she can't control him. As long as Elder Mother knows what the highest is taking and how much, Elder Mother is going to have to be around because
Mm,
they cannot control him
mm,
without whatever
without
Elder
elder
Mother is
mother.
giving him.
Mhm.
Well,
Yep.
I was just trying to make mention of when you said that her being sloppy. I thought it more of she really just didn't give a damn because the cat was out the bag. But I agree with you. But I really don't think it mattered at that point that
She got
elder
really
mother caught him.
comfortable. She got really comfortable in that
Yeah.
kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. She can move as free as she wants now. She doesn't
Mm.
have to be escorted by anybody, so to
Yeah,
speak. She don't care
Right.
she doesn't care who's watching
But
because
I do still think that this episode taught her don't get too loosey goosey with
yeah,
it. Still,
Yeah.
you
yeah.
Yeah.
still need to know your place and
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
your role. Like the highest checked her
Yeah.
real fast and said, "Hey, you need to know your place." And no, and even now the mother at the end of this scene said, "Hey, Rich, you might be his wife and all of that, but I will always be." What she said, she said, "You
His
may
confidant.
soon be his wife, but I will always be his confidant."
Yep.
That's it.
Because she goes back. Even like with Daikon, as much as they may try to lessen what Daikon does and Daikon's role, there's nobody that they have there, not Ruth, not none of those people that can fill that place that Daikon has
Mhm.
with the highest. So I think
Yeah, but
that
they were in prison together. They've got that bond. They've got that longevity bond. There's a
mhm,
trust there. So he's always going to be a right hand man. River's always going to be left, but left can always be pushed far left. But he's always going to be right center, right bang
right.
there next to the highest.
Daikon is the muscle and the brains actually.
Yeah. He used to defend the highest when they were in prison. So
Hmm.
he basically fought all of the highest's battles.
Mhm.
So that's why, like he said, that longevity of their companionship, that's why it is the way it is. You can't,
Yep.
Daikon may get ill treated by the highest, but he's still unreplaceable right now.
I think they're both loyal to each other to the bitter end, to the
Yes.
very end. I think both of them are loyal to each other to the end. Now, Elder Mother did tell Ruth what she put in there. She told her. She came right out. She didn't tell her how much,
Mm.
Yeah.
but she did tell her
The name of
because
the
she started
yeah.
asking, well, how do you know how much to put in there? You're not a doctor. I am a doctor. And then she came out and admitted, I am a nurse. And she, loose handedly told us, no, I was treating him back before y'all even knew, back when he was just Tyrone, you know? And so I wonder if she was treating him before he went to prison or if she was one of those prison nurses, because they have nurses in prisons and stuff like that.
Mm.
Because I feel like Daikon, at least Daikon and the highest were met in prison, and that when they came out of prison, that's when all of this started. So I feel like maybe Elder Mother was like one of those prison nurses and so forth that he had to go to get his medication. and stuff like that. And so between the three of them, Elder Mother, Daikon, and Tyrone, they all met, back then. Because Elder Mother quickly say Anthony. She'll call Daikon by his first name, Anthony. Like, bitch, I know you. We go back. Don't fuck off. So but I like that we did get that information.
But see, she did mention that she was sitting in a restaurant or something somewhere, and she met the highest in a restaurant or something. It was like very beginning. It was a restaurant or a cafe or something, to the point where that's where she said that she saw the highest. But it's also there could be something to that whole nursing thing too. There's something because you can't trust anybody on the Rockadushi compound anyway, right? Because everybody lies.
Everybody's out. Yeah, everyone's looking after number one.
Yeah.
But the one thing that he knows is at all these years, the Elder Mother that held him down with whatever medication. Because even Daikon don't even check Elder Mother on the stuff that she puts in there. Like, even Daikon said, nah, she got this. That's her role. She don't fuck it up. We let her.
He knows not to eat from behind her too.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that.
Drink, she can't fix them a plate. She can't do any of that. So he knows to a certain extent what's really going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So but yeah, we got a lot of good information in that scene. Ruth, and she came right out and told Ruth, I put the pregnancy test in his head. Because I don't believe you, whore, bitch.
And
I don't believe you.
I still have an influence on him that you will never have. As much as you can influence him in the bedroom, I can influence him up here in mind. So yeah.
Right.
Elder Mother Supreme had to flex a little bit. Sometimes people get beside themselves, and you have to remind them, bitch. Who you think you are? She had to flex a little bit on her. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at the Elder Mother Supreme. And then the last scene we had was down to the torture trailer. Pope Brian. Pope, if there's anybody to be sympathetic for at this point, it's Brian.
I feel so sorry
Pope
for him.
Brian. He thought the Mac and the FBI was coming. Ain't nobody came to save his ass. And Lynn and Oliver told us that. Also, the highest came right up in there. The highest ain't waste no time. The highest grabbed them goddamn scissors, bloop, cut that finger off. What? What you want? You better tell me something.
You gotta talk. Yeah, it was like you've got to talk quick.
He says, is your wife the other agent? No, it's not. Daikon Andrew, yeah, bring her in, Daikon. Bring her in. There go Lynn. You sure she's not? Because we about to have surgery on this whore. No. Is she the agent? I'll talk. Is she the agent? No. Well, kill her then. Daikon, go ahead and kill his whore. No, I'll tell you whatever. I'll tell you what. Did y'all look at Andrew's face at the very end as he was looking at Brian?
His eyes went big, like
don't do it. Don't do it. And so Brian says, no, that's not my that's not the agent. The highest tells Daikon to kill her. Brian says he'll talk, and then plastic peen all over the place again. And and it goes off. It was a plastic peen. What do you want? Prosthetic peen all over the place.
Let me get Jamie Calico on the phone.
Listen, Tyler is more on the plastic peen than he does on some of the wigs, except for the highest. The highest always got a wig. Good wig game. His wig game is strong for some of them others. I'm just saying.
I guess it was necessary. That was the shock factor out of the whole.
Yeah, they gave us the requisite.
The fact that he showed it again.
He did. And there was no reason to show it. Like, there literally
at all.
was no reason to show it.
All the blood. Other than all the blood. Because it was like a puddle of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked.
That was.
I sure did. We all looked. We was all like, oh, I rewound like 22. I rewound it like 22 times, but you're not gonna judge me, Keita, because you judging me. You're judging me.
Well,
But yeah.
All I can say is, my heart literally sank for Brian.
Yeah.
Agent Brian
I feel so
Rollins.
bad for Brian.
Right. Like, but he held his ground. He held his own
He
up
did.
until a certain point until Lynn came into the room. Because he could have, at finger number one, don't you turn. At finger number one, I'm sorry, y'all. My little niece walked in the room. But at finger number one, he could have revealed.
Baby, I
everything.
wouldn't even got to finger number one. Baby, they would have put the scissors by my finger. I'm gonna tell you who it is. This is who it is. This is who it is. Because
Yeah.
baby,
But
I'm not getting my finger
he
cut off for
knows
y'all.
that once he reveals the truth, they're gonna probably kill him anyway.
Yeah, that's probably the
But
case.
he's losing the digits. And remember, he's starting from the center and he's working his way. I'm like, yeah, as soon as the scissor came, Andrew, okay, leave me be. Andrew,
That's some snitches.
Go right after. Soon as these scissors came out,
Andrew,
that's it. That's that
Joan,
bitch right
River.
there.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I can't. And like he said, you could be out here bleeding to death. Like, I ain't seen them come and do nothing to cover the wound, stop the bleeding, or anything. He's right. I could be out here bleeding to God. I'm butt ass naked. I ain't even got nothing to put pressure on the wound or nothing. I could be out here damn near bleeding to goddamn death.
And the trailer's cold. There's no central heating, no blanket, no guard to speak to distract you from the pain. It's just fingers cut, sitting there naked.
Right. Like, bro.
He's a military man. He was trained for torture.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out.
Torture and endurance.
To endure some of everything.
I'm also trying to figure out how, with the loss of blood that you've had thus far, how are you still semi-erect, sir? You're semi-erect there.
Will you please
but
get
it's
up the man's
prosthetic.
sack?
It's prosthetic, so it makes it. There's no real blood going in there. But I'm just saying, I'm just physiologically.
Some people subconsciously like pain, and it does get them aroused, but you're losing blood, so you can't go full arousal, but you can go half because you're losing blood one way, but it's still pumping the other. So
I'm just saying, and Brian is a short little dude. Brian ain't no big nut. He's short. He's a little guy. You can tell he's a little guy.
But he's got that military in him, man. He's tough. He's got that military in him. So he's got the endurance, he's got the strength, he's got the mental strength.
Y'all see how Daikon paused when Malcolm says, "Oh, we call army people girly men." Like Daikon was like, "Really? Because we do that around here. Like we fuck each other up the ass over here. Like, what are you talking about? Is there a problem? Is there a problem?" I'm just saying. Because he looked some kind of way when he said that.
I thought that Daikon was trying to flirt with Malcolm when he said he had a strong grip or a strong handshake, but then he kind of brought it back to, were you military? So at that point, he was trying to check out his background.
You know, Daikon got a thing for the light brights. He like them light skin, light bright, turn on the magic of colored lights, you know.
Well, if he lands on the
try Andrew.
you never know.
Andrew's brown to light skin, Malcolm's light skin. Yeah, he's got a thing for the brown.
The highest is light skin.
Yeah.
Andrew's light skin. Malcolm light skin. You know, Daikon got a type. Get it how you live, Daikon. Get it how you live. Yeah. That was the whole episode. What are your predictions for next episode? Don't know. I'm talking.
Come back to me.
Okay, I'll go first. What I noticed was, I want to say we really didn't see what happened to Malcolm, so I have to believe he was almost like comically chalant when he was on the compound. So I don't know I know it was an act, but I don't know if he wanted to get captured. I have to believe that he wanted to get captured for some reason. Maybe he has a plan. That's the only thing I can think that would save Brian at this time, because Andrew's hands are tied, right?
Andrew can't do that.
So I predict that, I don't know if Malcolm didn't really eat it or took some kind of antidote. I don't know, but I have to believe that he's going to have a plan or something's gonna happen. I don't know.
Anybody else?
I think they're gonna spend more time trying to get Brian
To talk.
to tell who the agent is. Um, I really wish they would kind of leave Brian alone. I need a break from that. But I really feel like the next episode is going to be more of them grilling and messing with Brian to get him to try to, tell who the agent is.
I don't think there's gonna be much more grilling on his end because Lynn is there now. So when it comes to her, that is his real weakness. So he's gonna spill it. I think he's gonna spill what he knows. So I don't think there's gonna be much grilling there. Like they're gonna they're gonna hurt her.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I think Malcolm's in the punishment trailer with the big guy. I keep forgetting his name. Is it William Oliver and the other lady? So he's in there. I reckon they're gonna be grilling Brian still, but Lynn's gonna wake up like, what's going on? And it's gonna be okay, just as Brian's about to say, okay, third finger, no, it's, and then she's gonna jump in Malcolm. Then they're gonna go to the punishment trailer, and that's the end of the episode.
I think that we're going to get more with the Zane and Manny story. I think something's going to happen. I do feel like Andrew was looking the way he was to say, listen, bruh, I got you. Just don't say nothing. I think Andrew's going to come up with a way to keep Lynn alive from being killed.
Yes.
Fuck them. If you're going to say fuck them kids, it ain't fuck them kids. Fuck Malcolm. Malcolm is expendable at this point.
He is.
But I do feel like, I feel like Andrew's gonna come up with a way or find something to say that's gonna save Brian from being killed and save Lynn from being killed.
Yes.
Andrew is gonna get tortured anyway. And I think what they're gonna end up doing is torturing Andrew, Oliver, and Lacy over there down to the punishment trailer. But I feel like we're gonna get movement on the storyline with Zane and Manny. And I also forgot to mention the fact that, remember, the highest told Daikon to set up a meeting with the sheriff so that he could tell the sheriff about everything, because the sheriff still don't know about Polk. And how long Polk got to be goddamn decomposing at this point. I mean, shit. Melinda would already died, and they done took Melinda off.
But didn't Andrew say he dumped his car somewhere?
I think they did say they dumped him.
How you say he was going to dump somewhere,
and I think we got to eventually get some information about Paula.
Right.
What's going on with Paula?
We need something.
Yeah, we need something because Paula is still in the opening credits, so they ain't wrote her off yet.
And I do know, I keep saying this, and Tamiko in the comments reminded me, Malcolm going to the cooler.
You think so?
He's going to the cooler.
You reckon not the trailer, the cooler?
He may get to the trailer at some point, but if you look in the new trailer for the season, there's somebody the highest is standing over in the trailer is Malcolm. I mean, he's in the cooler.
Oh,
in that cooler. Now I don't know if he goes directly to the cooler, but he's gonna end up in that cooler some kind of way.
The only way that would happen, I reckon, Andrew's in the trailer. Then keeping them separated.
Yeah, because we don't know where he is right now. We know they took him off somewhere, so we don't know where he is right now. The thing about it is, there is nothing. I mean, even with them having 3 FBI agents on the compound, Malcolm, Andrew, and Brian, there's too many other people for them to really think that. And they got too many guns and ammunition. Brian ain't got no ammo. Malcolm ain't got no ammo or anything. So the only one who has access to guns is Andrew, and Andrew alone ain't gonna be able to take out all of the different people that they have there unless it gets Oliver involved and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Now, I
Yeah.
do
That's
think
what I was
that
gonna
could
say.
be something where Oliver could get
Yeah.
involved and
Yes.
so forth. So I think that's why Oliver is being kept alive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see, y'all. We'll see. Oh wow, we've been on here over an hour and 37 minutes. Dear God, I didn't know we was gonna be
It's a
here this
lot.
long, but y'all know when we get started. Y'all know how we do.
It's hot.
We make this.
Ruthless gets
Chris,
you hot.
what area are you from? I hear an accent.
London, England.
London. You're over in the,
Yeah.
how late is it over there? It's what, like 12 o'clock?
It is now, yep, 1:45.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. I know y'all are like what, about 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. So thank
Yes.
you for staying up and coming on with us. We can't wait to have you over again.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
if you're watching the replay and would like to join us on the panel, you can see Jeff or Tika. They can give you the link to come on our StreamYard and come talk with us, or you can come and be a part of the conversation and be in the chat and talk with us and bring up all of your points and conversation pieces and
Yeah.
questions
Cool.
in the chat.
Thanks
I
for the
am
work,
going to
man.
let my panelists give some final words. I will always go ladies first. Tika.
All right, y'all. Y'all know I am Tika Deshawn, and I am a ruthless addict. So, and I love Jamie Calica. So I'm gonna say this. I'm represent. I love Jamie Calica. So who plays Brian? So for those of you that are interested, your girl is having a Zoom party tonight, and we will be watching Jamie's new movie. And y'all know what? I can't even think of the name of the movie right now, but it's in my YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel. All Things Ruthless. Just click the link and you could be a part of our Zoom or send
Oh,
me your
he's in
email
a movie.
notification,
Okay.
and we'll
The actor that plays Brian.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Mm.
By the
And
way, I had a ruthless conversation with Brian, so I got a little inside scoop on a lot of stuff I can't say.
we are going to try to at some point get some of the actors on here so we can interview them and talk to them
Oh, I'd love
about
that.
things
I'd love
ruthless.
that.
So we'll now that we're 7 episodes in, I think we can start working on trying to solicit some of these actors to come on and interview with us and talk about these things. So we'll try to work on that for y'all. Anything else for the people, Tika?
That's about it. Make sure you follow your girl at Original TP Ruthless Fans on IG. Make sure you follow your girl on Facebook at Tyler Perry's Ruthless Fans. Make sure you follow your girl on Twitter at Tyler Perry's Ruthless Fans. And I don't think y'all need to know that person about me, but you can. You can follow me at Tika Deshawn everywhere. And that's it, y'all. It was fun, as always.
All right. Chris, talk to us. Any last words for the people?
Yeah, it's been a pleasure speaking to you guys. Like I said, it's difficult to get good content here in the UK. BET's been taken off the air here, so we have to go online to view it. So we don't get it on terrestrial television. So it's exciting to speak to people that love Ruthless as I do. I thought I was alone here in the UK, but I'm not. So, but just give me dates, times. I'll be on these webinars. I'll be on Zoom. Wherever you need me, I'll be straight there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Jeff.
Oh, nothing much. Just make sure to my Facebook group, give shout outs, show love to everybody on the panel. And thanks to El Tate for making this happen because it is his platform. And make sure to like and subscribe to all of our channels. And that's about it.
Thank y'all for being here, panel. You have something else, Tika?
Yeah, just one last thing, y'all. I love this whole panel situation, and it's not all about me. I do whatever I do. It's all about the Ruthless fans. And one last thing, for those of you that love Lenny Thomas, who plays Daikon, I am creating a video for his birthday. So if you have 30 seconds just to say who you are, where you from, and show him some birthday love, you can send that to me at Tika Deshawn on IG as well as on Facebook. We're just trying to show Lenny some birthday love, okay? His birthday is April 18th. Right. April 18th. So you got time to.
Y'all know I'm here for Lenny D. Thomas. I'm here for Lenny Thomas.
That's the day I got engaged to my wife. April 18th.
Oh, wow.
Remember that? Yeah.
Well, we'll celebrate her birthday and his birthday together. And I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to stop talking.
You're fine. I promise you're fine. Thank everybody for coming out. Thank you, panelists. I am not
Cool.
one for self promotion. I on my channel, I don't ever tell people to like, share, on this or subscribe or anything like that. When they come organically, and I got my thousands of subscribers that I have just organically by them coming and just clicking the button. So I appreciate them for that. But I thoroughly enjoyed these and have come to look forward to these panel discussions or Ruthless because we really have a good time. Whether or not we agree, disagree, or whatever, we really have a good time, and it allows us to dive deeper into just what we see, and just to know that we're not the only ones that think
Mhm.
how we think. It just gives us an opportunity to bring to you all a deeper dive into what we see. So we're definitely enjoying what we do here, and we'll continue to do this um as long as we can. And that's all I got for y'all. As I always say on my channel, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal present and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that people make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I am here for y'all, and I appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do. And until next time, as I always say at the end, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely, and